Good afternoon, my butterflies. Hope you're doing well and hope you had a fabulous weekend. And today I wanted to talk about the holiday of Passover that's coming in the next few days. The holiday of Passover reminds us of the power of gratitude and how we started a new beginning. We join friends, strangers, families to share a Passover meal with us. And Passover is the story of the Israelites being freed up from slavery in ancient Egypt. Every spring for about 33 centuries, Jewish people have got together to remember this event. They eat unleavened bread, which is called matzah. The story of Passover is in the Haggadah. It's the story of the Exodus and the details that happened all along. And today I'm going to read a story called The Passover Parrot. I hope you enjoy it. One day, our neighbor, Mrs. Brown, knocked on our door. "Good morning," Mama said. "What's that you're holding? Your parrot?" "Yes, Mrs. Cohn. I'm moving. Wouldn't you like to keep him?" She noticed me, tugging at Mama's skirt, and pushed the cage into my hand. "For you, Lily, a present." And before Mama could say, 7 children and a parrot, Mrs. Brown was gone. I jumped with such delight that I scared the parrot half to death. Mama shook her head. "More things to take care of," she grumbled. "I'll help you, Mama. You'll see." It was shortly before Passover, and Mama was cleaning the house, removing all the chametz, the leavened foods we can't eat on the holiday. She began to refer to the parrot as the chametzka bird, and before long we call him chametz. "Can you say the 4 questions in Hebrew?" Papa asked me a few days before the Seder. His smile seemed to say, "It's okay if you can't." But Joey was old enough to ask him in English, so I made up my mind to learn them in Hebrew. "Mama, will you listen to me say the 4 questions?" I asked, but Mama was too busy. "Ask Joey to listen to you." I asked Joey. "Why me?" he said. "Ask Saul or Rachel or Franny." "Never mind," I replied. In the end, I chose chametz. He was never too busy to listen. In fact, he loved it when I practiced. "Ma nishtana halayla hazar," I sang, and chametz repeated in his parrot squeaky voice. Would Papa be surprised? I could hardly wait for the Seder. At last the day came. David and Franny helped Mama in the kitchen. Rachel and Saul set the table. Joey, Becky, and I checked that everything was in order. "Haggadah?" Joey asked. "Check," I said. "Haggadah." "Haroset?" Becky said, sampling some. "Wine?" "Enough for every cup, and Elijah's too," Papa called from the kitchen. The guests arrived all dressed up. After we admired the table, we took our places, and Papa began the Seder. He broke the middle matzah and put half back under the satin cover. He wrapped the other half in a napkin. "This is the afikomen," he said, putting it behind the pillow on his chair. "Whoever brings it to me after dinner will get a reward." We all smiled, and Joey laughed. He had already taken the afikomen. "Here, Lily, hide it quickly," he whispered. I snatched a napkin with the afikomen and ran upstairs to my bedroom. As I slipped back into my seat, Papa called, "Quiet, everyone. Lily would ask the 4 questions. I stood on a chair and began to sing, Ma nishtana halayla haza. And as I paused to take a breath, Hametz, who had been sitting quietly in his cage in the living room, repeated in his squeaky parrot voice. All eyes turned to Hametz. I tried to continue. Miko helelot. The parrot squeaked right after me. Miko helelot. My brothers giggled, and the guests laughed too. Take the parrot up to the bedroom, Papa ordered. When I came back, I sang the 4 questions without a single mistake, and the guests clapped and Papa smiled. And with the sweet singing and the delicious meal, I forgot about the parrot. Alas, Papa called for the afikoman so we could finish the Seder. Joey, do you have it? No, Papa. Saul, do you have it? No, Papa. Lily? Yes, Papa. May I have the afikoman, please? I ran into my bedroom, and there was no afikoman. I looked under the table and under the bed. No afikoman. And there was no parrot either. The cage door was wide open, and the chametz was gone. So I sat down on the floor and began to cry. Papa sent Joey, and he searched too. Then came Saul, and in a minute he knew exactly what had happened. Follow me, he said. Joey and I followed him down the stairs, through the kitchen, and out the back door into the yard. There was Hametz, perched on a branch of our tall oak tree, holding the afikoman tightly in his beak. Somebody has to climb the tree, Saul said. You'd better go, said Joey. I might tear my new pants. No, don't go, I said. Just let me talk to Hametz. And then at the top of my lungs, I sang as loudly as I could, Ma nishtana halayla hazeh. Hametz couldn't resist. He opened his beak and repeated the same thing, and the afikoman dropped. Did Joey catch it? Did Saul? No, I caught it myself. Well, what was left of it? When I turned around, the whole family and all our guests were standing behind me, watching and clapping. As we returned to the house to finish the Seder, we heard echoes of a squeaky voice singing, Ma nishtana. Hametz had flown quietly back through the window into his cage. Perched on one leg, he was practicing for the second night's Seder. The end. Oh, I hope you enjoyed this. And in about another 2 days, some of you might have a beautiful Seder with a very, very delicious meal. And alongside of it, the Elijah cup. Anyhow, I shall see you soon with another book tomorrow. Take care, my friends. Have a good evening. Good night.